So this will be instead of recording and then not uploading, or recording then editing and uploading, or just record and upload, we're just gonna not do that and just stream to myself. To me and one. This is gonna be our first session. Not that it matters to you because you're not gonna be watching this. I'll make unlisted. It doesn't matter. Alright, it's just gonna be me here. Alright, so here we are. Okay, the plan is to try my best to get through all of level 1 today, like right in this one session here. That's my goal for now. See how this goes. So I don't really know how this audio is gonna work. Like what exactly is gonna happen. Like how is it gonna sound, I guess? Let's see.
You're listening to Talk to Me in Korean.
Hello, testing.
Thank you for studying with Talk to Me in Korean. For more Korean lessons and our textbooks, please visit talktomeinkorean.com.
Is it too loud? I can't. Yeah, that's probably too loud. Like lined up.
Hello everyone.
Hi everyone.
Hi everyone. You are listening to the very first lesson of Talk to Me in Korean.
Okay. Talk to me in Korean.
Talk to us in Korean.
Talk to us in Korean.
Provided by please. Provided by talktomeinkorean.com. My name is Hyunwoo-san.
Yes.
And I'm joined by
Kyungeun.
And Kyungeun what?
Kyungeun Choi.
Your last name is Choi.
Yeah.
So, my name is Hyunwoo-san. Some of you probably recognize me from KoreanClass101.com and also my YouTube channel and my blogs, sendmetokorea.com and my Twitter.
Yes.
I've been all over the place.
Really? You really do?
Yeah. Not that I'm popular or anything, but I've been just,
you sound like you are very popular in the world.
No. I've just been appearing in many places, and right now, I'm here.
Yes.
At
talktomeinkorean.com.
Thank you for listening to this lesson. And if you are listening to this lesson, it means you are learning Korean. Which is
boy.
Korean.
한국어.
So you're learning 한국어.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Wow.
축하해요.
Wow, 축하드립니다.
네, 축하드립니다. Congratulations on starting to learn Korean. And if you are already an intermediate level learner, or if you speak Korean fluently, I hope you will still enjoy our lessons.
Of course.
Of course. So today we are going to learn 2 things.
Really?
Yeah,
Only 2 things?
Only 2 things. We want to make these lessons short so that they are bite-sized and they are
long, right?
These things, right?
Yeah.
So what are we going to learn today?
Today we are going to learn 안녕하세요.
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 안녕.
That's very
very
difficult.
Difficult, you think so?
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
It's very difficult to pronounce at first.
Yeah.
But if you practice,
yes.
At first, konnichiwa or hello or good afternoon or bonjour or
bonjour.
Buongiorno. All of these greetings in other languages were very difficult for me to pronounce, but after practicing, they got easier.
Right.
So with us, you can practice too.
Of course.
네. And what's the other thing that we're going to learn?
The other thing we are going to learn is 감사합니다.
감사합니다. What does this mean?
It means thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we're going to learn 감사합니다 and 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요 is, of course, as you might have been able to guess, hello.
Hello.
So, 안녕하세요 first. 형은 씨,
네.
this morning when I met you, what did I say?
Oh, you said...
Nothing, right?
Yeah.
I just ignored you.
You didn't say anything to me.
Well,
but
everybody...
I said to you...
What did you say?
안녕하세요.
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 Yes, because you're so nice.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so if you are not me when meeting Kyungeun, if you want to be nice to her, you might want to say 안녕하세요.
Please say to me 안녕하세요.
Okay, so 안녕하세요 is the most common way to greet people in Korean.
네.
So 안녕하세요 can be broken down into 안녕 and
하세요.
right. So what does 안녕 mean? 안녕. 안녕.
안녕 means peace or well-being.
And
And 하세요 means you do or do you, depending on whether it is a question or not.
yeah, so when you write it, you can write it as 안녕하세요 period or 안녕하세요 question mark. Either of them is okay. So it was originally a question asking, are you doing well? Are you at peace? Are you living well? But since it is an expression that is so commonly used, people kind of started not expecting any special answer anymore. For example, when you ask a friend of yours, what's up? Do you really expect an honest answer about what's going on? You might also hear back, what's up, too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
right.
it's exactly like that. So when you say 안녕하세요 to 경은 씨 might say to you
안녕하세요.
also. So this is a sample dialogue between Kyungwon and I when we want to greet each other.
Okay.
Okay, so it's 8 o'clock in the morning. No, 9. I don't want to meet you so early in the morning. 9 o'clock in the morning. No, that's too early too.
Yeah, I think so.
10 o'clock in the morning,
Okay.
and I see you.
Uh-huh.
I want to avoid meeting you, but
Alright.
I am too late. So I have to say, hey, hi.
I'm going to ignore you.
No, you have to
Alright. Okay.
answer me because this is a
Alright.
sample dialogue.
Okay.
So I go up to you and say, 안녕하세요.
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 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요.
So I can pretend that
Yes.
오하요,
still
오하요
on good
고자이마스.
terms.
Yeah.
just kidding.
Genki
But
desu.
before you learn
혹시?
any more,
혹시?
please remember that in Korean there are a few politeness levels.
Yes. It's
존댓말.
very important.
It is very
존댓말.
important to know these politeness
존댓말.
levels, but
Yes.
sometimes it is
존댓말.
intimidating for
존댓말.
beginners
존댓말.
to
존댓말.
find out that there are politeness levels,
존댓말.
but it's not so difficult if you
84.
learn more. But don't worry, politeness levels are not too difficult to master.
존댓말.
So we can divide
존댓말.
them mainly into two categories, and they are quite easy to distinguish and learn to use. One category is called
존댓말.
존댓말. Don't worry about the term. You don't have to
Yes.
even remember the term.
Uh-huh.
존댓말,
존댓말.
which means
존댓-
polite or formal
존댓말.
language.
Yes.
And the other thing is
반말.
반말, which means
반말.
casual, intimate, or
반-
informal language.
반말.
반말. So for now, remember that
반말.
most sentences that end in 요, just like
요.
안녕하세요,
안녕하세요.
or
안녕하세요.
니다, just like the other one that
니다.
we're going to learn. 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
What was it again? 요 and
니다.
요.
again.
니다.
요 and 니다.
What?
니다.
요 and 니다.
One last time.
Okay. 요 or 니다.
As in
니다.
example, 안녕하세요
안녕하세요.
and
감사합니다.
감사합니다. In Korean, if you
한국어.
hear sentence, learn 존댓말 first.
I think so.
You think so too?
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I think so too because if you speak 존댓말
Yes.
when you are supposed to use 반말, you're not going to be in too much trouble.
Yeah,
But
right.
if you use 반말, intimate language or informal language, when you are supposed to be using 존댓말,
Mhm.
you might get in trouble. Okay, with that in mind, let's go on to the second
in English, you
expression
just
that
say
we're
it.
going to learn.
Sucks.
Okay.
And this is going to be the last expression that we're going to learn. If you
Alright.
think this lesson is too short, don't worry. Lesson 2 is waiting for you.
Yes.
Where? At
Talk to me in Korean.
.com.
.com.
Is it .net, .org?
.com. Talk to
.com.
me in Korean.com.
TalkToMeInKorean.com.
Yes.
By learning Korean at TalkToMeInKorean.com, you will be able to talk to us in Korean.
Yes.
But just remember the URL, TalkToMeInKorean.com. So the other expression is thank you.
감사합니다.
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 One more time.
감사합니다.
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 So 감사합니다 can also be broken down
감사합니다.
into two parts.
네.
감사
네.
and 합니다.
합니다.
So
감사.
what is 감사?
감사 means
합니다.
appreciation.
Appreciation or
Appreciation.
thanking someone.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
So-
thanking someone.
합니다 is I do
I do.
in
I
the most
do.
polite way.
네.
So
So it's
네.
존댓말.
존댓말.
Yes.
Do you remember the term?
Polite
I-
and formal language.
Right, I said it is not important to remember the term right now,
Yeah.
but I think it is important to at least recognize the term
yes,
if we
right.
say 존댓말 and 반말. So 존댓말
Jeez.
is polite and 반말 is just informal.
Yes.
Casual.
So 감사합니다.
Whoa,
Here
bro.
it is
Whoa.
니다.
Mhm.
So it's 존댓말.
Right. Here it ends in 니다, so it is a word or a
Jeez.
phrase in 존댓말. But in English, if you think about it, people can say thanks.
Yeah.
Right?
Thanks.
Thanks. But usually,
Mhm.
most of the time, what do people say?
Thank you.
Thank you. So in English, you have this word you there. You have this pronoun
Yes.
you. But in Korean, we don't have to say
Yeah, right.
감사합니다 you or you 감사합니다.
No.
Because
no, we
if you
didn't
say-
it like
right.
that.
Just like if I say thanks to you,
Yes.
looking at you, I say thanks, and you will see that I am thanking you,
Yeah.
not
right.
my mother or not my
Okay.
father or just anybody just walking past me.
Uh-huh.
I am thanking you, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
it is easy to guess who I'm thanking. So in Korean, people just say
감사합니다.
감사합니다 to say
감사합니다.
thank you.
Yes.
And as
Thank
you learn
you.
more Korean expressions, you will also see that there are many more expressions that are not inclusive of the subject in the sentence.
Yeah. Right.
So in the first expression that we learned also, I said 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
I didn't say you 안녕하세요. 형은 안녕하세요.
Yes. We didn't say the subject.
And you and I didn't have a problem understanding that we're actually referring to each other.
Yeah. Right.
So today we learned two expressions, two valuable expressions, indispensable expressions.
Yes. Very important things.
Yeah,
to
right.
learn.
To learn. So and to use as well
Yes.
every day. So if you have a Korean friend around, or if you're living in Korea, if you haven't used these expressions so far,
I don't have a
please
Korean
try to
friend. I'm
use
not
them
living in
as often
Korea.
as
This
possible.
is gonna be so
These
hard.
expressions don't hurt.
Learning
to
all
use
of
them.
myself.
So what was the first one again?
안녕하세요.
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 안녕하세요. And the second one is
감사합니다.
감사합니다.
This is gonna be too long.
감사합니다.
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 안녕하세요.
25.
안녕하세요.
Great. I think that's it.
감사합니다.
감사합니다. Although we know how to say 안녕하세요 and 감사합니다, unfortunately we don't know, or our absolute beginner listeners don't know yet how to say goodbye or you're welcome.
Yes.
So if you want to learn how to
no.
say those things, you will have to stick around and listen to our next lessons.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Am I being too selfish?
No.
No.
No, I don't think so.
How long
Okay.
are these? This is gonna take a
since
while. I
Gamma
wanted
gave
to
me
do
a
all of
green
the
light to
level
do so,
one.
I will wrap it
I
up.
wanted to do all of level one today, but I just realized that there are 25 lessons. I can't do all of that in one day, or it's gonna take hours. So, and these are like 14 minutes, 15 minutes.
Okay.
Here?
And
I didn't
thank you
realize.
for listening to this podcast.
I might be able to do
so I
like
can say
4 or 5 in one
감사합니다.
session.
감사합니다, 여러분.
Just like
네, 감사합니다,
an
여러분.
hour.
여러분 is just an extra word to just throw in there. 감사합니다, everyone. 감사합니다, 여러분.
감사합니다,
Yes.
여러분.
감사합니다, 여러분.
Now that you learned the expressions
감사합니다,
안녕하세요
여러분.
and 감사합니다, you can
감사합니다,
say
여러분.
hello to a
Thank you,
Korean friend
everyone.
of yours. Greet someone back in Korean when someone says hi to you in Korean.
안녕하세요,
And
여러분.
also, when
여러분,
you're thankful to
안녕하세요,
somebody
everyone.
about something,
Hello.
you can express your gratitude. Right?
Yes.
I
right.
need
Great.
I need
and before you jump
I need
on to the
talk,
next lesson,
right? I
which
need
will
talk.
be also great and
Practicing
exciting
talking.
and entertaining, I hope.
Reading,
Please remember that you can stop
kinda
by
okay. I read
talktomekorean.com,
slow
and
though
at
because I don't know
talktomekorean.com you can
words.
pick up the free PDF,
Yes.
all the PDF files
But
for the lessons that will be
I
published,
should
and our
be able
website will be
to
free forever. So
figure
please
it
pick up
out.
the free PDF lesson notes at talktomekorean.com
And they are going to be free forever.
forever.
Yes.
Free forever. I'm
Download
using it
the
right now.
lessons
Let's
and
go.
the PDF files and distribute them to as many people as you know.
Yes. Visit talktomeinkorean.com.
Visit talktomekorean.com and we will be there,
Yes.
waiting for your comments, suggestions, and feedback.
Yes. And you can just say 감사합니다.
감사합니다 or 안녕하세요.
Yes.
Wow. And after listening to some other lessons,
Uh-huh.
if you don't know how to say other things in Korean, you can just type 안녕하세요. It doesn't matter whether it is in Korean, if you already know how to type in Korean,
Uh-huh.
or it is in romanization. Doesn't really matter. There is no one fixed format to Romanize Korean because as long as it makes sense, we understand. So if you want to write 안녕하세요 and you think it's A-N-N Y-O-N-G-H something something, you can do so. Or if you think it is A-N-I-O, doesn't really matter. We will all appreciate it. 감사합니다.
Level
So
1.
see you there.
Lesson 1.
Bye.
Alright.
You're listening.
Alright. Level 1. Lesson 1. 안녕하세요. Hello. Hi. How are you? Good afternoon. Good evening. etc. 안녕하세요. 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 안녕. 안녕. Well-being, peace, health. 하세요. 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 You do? Do you? Please do. 안녕하세요 is the most common way of greeting someone in Korean. And 안녕하세요 is in 존댓말. 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 Polite / formal language. When someone greets you with 안녕하세요, you can simply greet them back with 안녕하세요. Sample conversation. A. 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. Hello. Hi. 감사합니다. Thank you. 감사. 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 감사합니다. 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 안녕하세요. 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 감사합니다. 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 감사, appreciation, thankful, gratitude. 합니다. I am doing. 감사합니다 is the most commonly used formal way of saying thank you. 감사합니다 means gratitude, and 합니다 means I do or I am doing. In 존댓말, 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 존댓말. It's not important right now, but I just want to say it. I just want to be able to say it. Polite / formal language. So together it means thank you. You can use say 감사합니다 whenever you want to say thank you in English. Alright, level 1, lesson 2. I guess I'll go through the page. That's a lot. Lesson 2 is kind of long, and then I'll review with this, or maybe we could do it first. I don't know. Okay, well, yeah. Let's go to PDF first, and then we'll listen to the audio. So, this is gonna be just mostly me talking to myself, talking out loud, talking to someone who is out there in the universe. So, but only I am listening. At least I am listening. So whoever may see this video later, obviously, we'll see how that goes. Actually, oh wait, hold on. After listening, oh wait, huh? When you're asked a yes or no question, if you have an answer, either yes or no. In Korean, 네, 아니요. In Korean, yes is 예, no, 아니요. In Korean, 예, 아니요. So this part is confusing. So, do you like coffee? Yeah, I like coffee. 커피 좋아요. So I read this before, but 커피 좋아요. 커피 좋아요. 좋아해요. 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 좋아요. 좋아해요. So like 해요. Do you? Or you do? I think. 커피 좋아요. 네. Do you like coffee? No. 커피 좋아요. 아니요. 커피 wait. So no, so 아니요. And then 커피 안 좋아요. You don't like coffee? Yes, I don't like coffee. Okay, English is weird. Korean is weird. Okay. So I agree. Wait. If I agree, hold on. If I agree, would I say yes? Wait, no. No, in English, I would say yes, I don't like coffee. But here it says no, I don't like coffee. But either way, it's yes, I agree to the question. That's confusing. Either way, yes, I agree to the question. No, I don't agree to the question. So, 커피 좋아요? 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 네, I like coffee. 커피 좋아요? 아니요, I don't like coffee. I don't have to say no, I don't like coffee. It's just if I agree or not. Okay. Okay, this is complicated. Strange. So it is more accurate to put it this way. That's right. I agree. Sounds good. Well, you said it's correct. 아니요. 아니요. 不是. That's not right. I don't agree. What you said is not correct. Therefore, when you ask, do you like coffee in Korean? 커피 좋아요? 좋아해요. 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 커피 좋아해요. 커피 좋아해요. Korean. If the person doesn't like coffee, you say no in English, but yeah, it does like coffee. 아니요. 커피 좋아요. 좋아해요. Do you like coffee? Yes, I like coffee. 커피 좋아해요. 커피 좋아해요. 커피 좋아해요. 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 Do you like coffee? 네, 좋아해요. I like coffee. PDF's kind of weird. Level 1. What is it? Coffee 좋아해요. You like coffee? Man, I've been talking for too long. I'm getting tired. It's only been it would be great if I didn't do this by myself. I have someone to trust you, right? Coffee yeah, like coffee? No, I don't like coffee. Yes and no is different than English. Yes, I agree. You know what I bought? You know what? I bought this book yesterday. Yeah? And I really like it. Yeah. So he says, yeah. Do you know how much it was? How much was it? It was $100. Yeah? So I paid, but it's not like a lot because it's a book by Chung Che, one of the teachers at Talk to Me is Korean. Hey, that's her. Yeah. So as you can see from the same, it can be, yes, that's right. But also, I see. Got it. I'm here. I understand. Aha! 맞아요. 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 That's right. Yes, that's right. Because now, agree. Oh, frick. How did I got apple stuck in my teeth. How did that happen? It's like a little sliver that is stuck now. I bit into it, and a little sliver, came off because I bit it, and then it's stuck in my teeth. How's that frick? Check the stream, make sure nothing wrong happens. Make sure I don't get any claims or anything, because I don't want that to happen again. Again. What did you say? I bought a present for you. Yeah? I said I bought a present for you? Yeah? Forget it. Yeah? Alright. I'm gonna listen to level 2.
Thank to Talk to Me
I'm
in
tired
Korean.
now. I don't want
Thank
to
you for studying with Talk to Me in Korean.
I don't want to do
For
this
more
anymore.
Korean lessons and our
I need
textbooks,
encouragement.
please visit
I can't do this by myself.
talktomeinkorean.com.
Ba 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 ba.
Hello everyone, this is Hyunwoo-san.
Hello everyone, this is Kyungwon Choi.
And you are listening to
Talk to Me in Korean.
Welcome to TalkToMeInKorean.com's podcast. This is level 1, lesson number 2. So last lesson
Yes.
was about
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요, which is hello.
Hello.
So you learned how to say hello, hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to someone that you meet, your friends, your family members.
And we also learned how to say thank you. 감사합니다.
Yes, 감사합니다. I hope you remember 안녕하세요 and 감사합니다.
And thank you for listening to our second podcast. 감사합니다.
감사합니다. And in this lesson, after listening to the lesson in this podcast, what can our listeners do?
You can answer yes or no in Korean.
Wow, yes or no in Korean?
Yes.
It's very simple. Let's get right into it. So how do you say yes in Korean?
네.
How do you say that again?
네.
네.
It's very short, right?
It's very short. 네, 네.
네. 네.
It's very short and easy to remember. 맞아요.
네.
I just said 맞아요, but we're going to get into that later. And how do you say
맞아요.
no in Korean?
No.
아니요.
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 One more time.
아니요.
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 So yes or no is
Apples.
네 or
아니요.
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 네.
아니요.
네 아니요. Okay.
네,
So
아니요.
in
네,
Korean,
아니요.
as you know, there are politeness levels, and 네 and 아니요 are both in
존댓말.
polite language or formal language. But you know, 네 and 아니요 are so simple. We don't have to talk about these things in the podcast.
Of course they are simple.
But why are we talking about ne and 아니요? We could just make a short video and then that's it.
Actually, it's a little bit strange. When I learned to English,
Uh-huh.
I was really, really confused about it.
Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about that. So in Korean, when people say ne, it is not exactly the same thing as yes in English. And the same goes for 아니요 too. So what do I mean?
Korean ne expresses your agreement to what the other person said.
And the 아니요,
아니요 expresses your disagreement or denial to what the other person said.
okay. I hope we're not making it sound like we're, I don't know, trying to confuse our listeners, but we're going to talk about an example. So, for example, if 경은씨, I asked you, you don't like coffee or so you don't like tea or something, I can ask you a question in a negative sentence, right?
Yes, but my answer is no, I don't like coffee. And I will say 네,
네, 안 좋아해요.
네, 안 좋아해요.
So when she's
안
saying
좋아해요.
네, it's the same thing as yes in the dictionary, but what she actually means in English would be no.
No, I don't like coffee. No.
No, right? So it is more accurate to put it this way. In Korean, when people say 네, it doesn't always mean yes, but it means more accurately,
That's right. I agree. Sounds good.
or what you said is correct. And when people say 아니요, it means
That's not right.
or I don't agree, or what you said is not correct. Hope you get that. So 네 is basically that's right, you're right, and 아니요 is that's not right, you're not right, I don't agree.
Therefore, when you ask, you don't like coffee in Korean, if the person answering doesn't like coffee, he or she will say no in English, but 네 in Korean.
And if the person does like coffee, he or she will say yes, but yes in English, but 아니요 in Korean. Let's give our listeners some examples. For example, if I say, do you like coffee? What would you say if you like coffee?
I can say 네, 좋아요.
네, a positive question and a positive answer. But if I were to ask you, you don't like coffee? And you were to answer, no, I don't like coffee, because you are agreeing to what I just said, what would you say?
I would say 네, 안 좋아해요. No, I don't like coffee.
So that's why we said it is confusing. So the equation of 네 equals yes and 아니요 equals no doesn't always work.
That's why I said it was confusing when I was learning English.
Exactly. It was very confusing for me too at first. So after practice, you will get used to it.
Yeah,
Just
practice
like
a lot.
just like we got used to the English way of saying yes and no, although we still make some mistakes sometimes, okay? And for now, although you heard words like 좋아해요, 안 좋아해요, please don't worry about the other parts of the sample sentences because we will eventually learn how to say those things anyway, okay?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about that, and just remember that the Korean system for saying yes and no is a little bit different from the English system, okay?
네,
Okay, so when you just said 네, did you mean yes or good? Or what did you mean?
I mean okay.
Okay, so 네 is yes, or that's right. But 네 is actually a very, very versatile word in Korean. It can be used in many places,
Yes.
sometimes in too many places.
네. Oh.
So 경은 씨,
네.
you see, I just called her name, 경은 씨, and she said 네.
네.
So it doesn't exactly mean yes or you're right, especially.
No.
If I were to call you 경은 씨, you wouldn't say you're right. So Korean people say 네 even when they don't mean to say yes or you're right. So let's look at the conversation that you can see in the PDF for this lesson and go through it together. So I'll be person A and you will be person B, 경은, okay?
네.
Okay, person A goes, you know what, I bought this book yesterday
네.
and I really like it,
네.
but it's a bit too expensive.
네.
Do you know how much it was?
How much was it?
It was $100.
네.
So I paid the money with my credit card.
네.
But I still like it a lot because it's a book by Kyung-eun Choi, one of the teachers at TalkToMeInKorean.com.
네.
So, although person B didn't sound very interested in what person A had to say, you get the idea. So when Korean people say 네, it can mean yes, or that's right, or you're right, but also,
I see.
I got it,
I'm here.
when someone calls you,
Yeah.
that is. or,
I understand.
aha, and etc.
So 네 is a multiplayer.
Yeah, it is quite a multiplayer. So if you watch a Korean movie or a TV show, you will see that people say 네 네, 네, whenever they can.
Yes.
Let's go over another imaginary conversation together in Korean. 안녕하세요, 경은 씨.
네, 안녕하세요.
네, 오늘 혹시 시간 있으세요?
네, 있어요.
제가 이따가
네.
친구들하고 저녁을 먹을 건데
네.
같이 가실래요?
네, 좋아요.
네.
근데 현우 씨,
네.
저 부탁이 있는데요.
네.
사실은
네.
제가 지갑을 안 가져와서
네.
돈을 좀 내주시면 안 돼요?
아니요. Okay, everyone, you got it? So the conversation wasn't exactly at the beginner level, but I hope you understood how often 네 is used and how versatile the usage of 네 is.
Don't worry about other things.
Right
Just
now.
focus on 네,
네.
아니요.
네, 아니요 for now. So
네,
because
아니요.
네 and 아니요 are focused more on your agreement and disagreement rather than whether something is true or not, and also because 네 can mean I see or
I got it?
aha as well. Korean people often
Aha.
add this expression 맞아요 after.
네.
So I often say 네 맞아요.
네, 맞아요.
And in English that means yes, that's right.
This is in order to express more strongly and clearly that you are saying you're right rather than sounding like you are just passively listening while nodding.
네 맞아요.
네, 맞아요.
So everyone, if I were to say 네, 네, 네 10 times, how would you know that I really mean yes, you're right, yes, I agree? So in order to do that, in order to show you that I really want to say yes rather than I see, I got it, I would often say 네, 맞아요.
네, 맞아요.
Okay. Now, before we finish, we want to have a look at this 네 one more time.
네, 네. 네 is amazing. It can be many things already, but it can also be. What did you say?
네. Let's imagine someone said something to you, but you couldn't hear the person well, or you weren't paying much attention. So you can say, "Pardon me," or
I'm sorry?
you can even say, "What did you say?" But in Korean, you can do that very simply by saying 네,
네?
네.
네?
So Kyung Si, when are you going to give me my money back?
네? What did you say?
When are you going to give me my money back?
What are you talking about? I don't understand.
So everyone, this was an example. So when you don't understand someone or when you are surprised, also you can say 네,
네?
네,
네?
네?
So it was just
네?
an example sentence,
네?
right?
of
I
course,
did.
of course.
아니?
You didn't borrow money from me.
Okay.
Okay. You were
I was
scared.
really, really surprised at this.
So I think that's it for today. We learned how to say yes and no in Korean and also how to say yes, you're right. How to emphasize yes,
네,
that's right.
맞아요.
네, 맞아요. So we learned
네?
which means yes
아니요?
and that means no,
네, 맞아요.
and that means yes, you're right.
We will be there to answer your questions.
Okay, 여러분 감사합니다.
감사합니다. Bye bye.
Goodbye. We can't say that in Korean yet, but in the next lesson we will.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.
You're listening to Talk to Me in Korean. Thank you for studying with Talk to Me in Korean. For more Korean lessons and our textbooks, please visit talktomeinkorean.com.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Hello everyone, this is 현우-san.
Hello everyone, this is 경은 최.
You're listening to talktomeinkorean.com. Talk to us in Korean.
Please talk to me in Korean. Talk to us in Korean.
No, don't talk to 경은 in Korean. Just
Why?
talk to me in Korean. It's more fun.
I don't think so.
She
Don't
doesn't think
believe
so. So, in this lesson, as promised, we are going to learn how to say goodbye
Goodbye. I really wanted to say to everyone goodbye.
forever.
No, I don't mean forever.
I really
I
want to
mean,
say
when we-
goodbye to you.
Ah,
Goodbye.
thank you.
Bye. Take care.
감사합니다. 감사합니다.
No, just kidding. So, in this lesson, we will learn how to say goodbye.
And it's very easy.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. So, if you remember, 안녕하세요,
안녕하세요.
that's fantastic. But if you remember also that 안녕 in 안녕하세요 means peace and well-being, that's perfect.
Perfect and fantastic.
Exactly. And in Korean, when you say goodbye in formal polite Korean, 존댓말.
존댓말.
There are two types of expressions, and both of these expressions have the word 안녕 in them.
So it will be easy.
It'll be easy. So one expression is when you are the one who is leaving, and the other is when you are the one who is staying and you're seeing the people or the person leaving. And it is, of course, possible to go into many details about how these expressions were made and where they originated from, but we won't do that in this lesson because it is not as important as to be able to actually say them. So, 경훈씨, if you are leaving and the other person is staying, for example, let's say you're leaving this studio, what would you say to me?
I will say 안녕히 계세요.
No, that's too fast.
Okay.
One more time.
안녕히 계세요.
안녕히 계세요.
안녕히 계세요.
That little he there, 안녕히, that makes that part an adverb, but let's forget about that, okay, for now. So, 안녕히 계세요.
안녕히 계세요.
But if you are the one who's staying in the studio in order to clean this room, and I'm leaving you behind, you can say to me,
안녕히 가세요.
안녕히 가세요.
안녕히 가세요.
So the only part that is different is this 게 and
가.
안녕히 계세요.
안녕히 가세요.
안녕히 계세요.
안녕히 가세요.
Let's say them a little faster. So 안녕히 계세요.
안녕히 계세요.
안녕히 계세요.
안녕히 계세요.
And how about 안녕히 가세요? Say
안녕히 가세요.
it one more time.
안녕히 가세요.
안녕히 가세요.
안녕히 가세요.
안녕히 가세요.
안녕히 가세요.
Can you tell the difference? 안녕히 계세요 and 안녕히 가세요?
I think they are a little bit similar.
They are very similar. So
Yeah.
a lot of people get confused between 안녕히 계세요 and 안녕히 가세요. But here's my little tip for everybody.
What is it?
Okay, so not just for this one, but throughout our podcasts, we will be giving you some tips to use in order to speak Korean more fluently, or at least to sound a little bit more fluent than you are, which is good. I always do that
that's
in
really good idea.
yes, in other languages too. So when Korean people say 안녕하세요, 안녕히 계세요, or 안녕히 가세요, they don't always pronounce every single letter clearly and out loud. So very often, what you can rather hear is just the ending part.
세요?
세요. Do you see that too?
Yes.
Do you do that too?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yes.
So let's demonstrate. So I want to say 안녕하세요 or 안녕히 가세요 or 안녕히 계세요. That's too long. So I would just say 안녕하세요. 세요. 안녕하세요.
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 안녕히 계세요.
So, okay, I will try to say everything really quickly and please see if you get that. So, could you give me the standard expression?
Okay. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
안녕히 계세요.
안녕하세요.
안녕히 가세요.
안녕하세요.
It's too fast.
Too fast, but that's what I actually say
Oh.
to most people.
You are not so polite. That's the reason you say just like that.
No, don't.
No?
Please don't give our listeners the wrong impression.
Okay.
But I can be perfectly polite when I say 안녕하세요 because I can show the right gesture.
Uh-huh.
I can bow.
You have to bow.
Yes, I have to bow when I do that. 안녕하세요, 안녕하세요. I'll do a little bit of a bow, but then people won't really pay attention to whether I said every single letter clearly or not.
If you say 안녕하세요 too clearly, everyone will be very surprised at you.
Exactly. So no matter what language you speak, you have some expectations of some certain expressions that you will hear in a particular situation. So if I'm leaving, you'll be expecting to hear from me goodbye, something like goodbye, something along the lines of goodbye. So you wouldn't be surprised if I said bye. But that's more commonplace in Korean. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
So I think that's it for today.
Okay, I finally can say goodbye to you in Korean.
So 경은 씨, are you going to be the one who's leaving, or are our listeners going to be the ones who are leaving us?
Oh, I'm going to stay here.
So what would you say?
So I have to say 안녕히 가세요.
Really?
Oh.
I would say 안녕히
I'm
계세요. You're confused.
Yeah.
But everyone, just ask 경은 in Korean. 어떻게 말할 거예요?
I think I have to say 안녕히 계세요.
That's more common.
Yes.
So just like that, it depends. Okay, so if both people are leaving, if I met you in a park and we're both leaving and we're going separate directions, we would say 안녕히 가세요 to each other.
Yes.
No one's staying.
Yeah, right. So
Both of us are leaving.
안녕히 가세요.
안녕히 가세요. But at the end of every lesson, we will say to our listeners,
안녕히 계세요.
안녕히 계세요, because our voices will disappear into the air.
Yeah,
So
right.
안녕히 계세요, everyone.
안녕히 계세요.
Yeah. So we'll see you in the next lesson.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. 안녕히 계세요.
안녕히 계세요.
안녕히 계세요.
Please leave us comments. 안녕히 가세요 to us.
Okay, everyone. 안녕히 계세요.
안녕히 계세요.
안녕히 계세요.
안녕히 계세요.
안녕.
Bye bye.
안녕.
Cool. All right, I think I'm tired.
You're listening to Talk to Me in Korean.
So we're gonna stop at 3 for this session. All right. I'm tired. I can't do this by myself. I am not motivated enough to do this by myself. I need someone to help me. So I'm gonna go. No. Okay. Level 1, lesson 3. So there's no writing yet, I don't think. We're not practicing writing yet. I don't believe we are. Oh, never mind. Yeah, we're not writing yet, but we will here. We're more advanced. Alright. Okay. As you're listening to this, you'll be able to say goodbye in Korean. How do you say hello in Korean? 안녕하세요. If you remember 안녕하세요, that is fantastic. And if you ever remember that 안녕 and 안녕하세요 means peace and well-being, that's even more fantastic. 안녕 equals well-being, peace, health. And in Korean, we say goodbye in formal, polite Korean, 존댓말. There are two types of expressions, and both of these expressions have the word 안녕 in them. One is when you are the one who's leaving, and the other is where you are the one who is staying. You are leaving, and the other person are staying. You can say 안녕히 계세요. 안녕히 계세요. 안녕히 계세요. But you gotta say it faster. You gotta slur it together. Yeah, you gotta just say it all at once. 안녕히 계세요. 안녕히 계세요. 안녕히 계세요. 안녕히 계세요. 안녕히 계세요. 계세요. 안녕히 계세요. If you are staying, other person is leaving, you say 안녕히 가세요. 가세요. 안녕히 가세요. Ka here is go. Go, I believe. Go. Something go. Start. No, not go. Not go. But go. So you're going. So bye. So 안녕히 가세요. 안녕히 계세요. Well, I'll see you guys. 안녕히 계세요. Well, I'll see you. 안녕히 가세요. And then if we're both going, then we're still saying 안녕히 계세요. 안녕히 계세요. 안녕히 계세요. 안녕히 계세요. for now. Don't worry about the literary meaning of the expresinos. Expresinos. Let's go do expresinos. And just learn them as they are. But if you are really curious, if they are forced to translate these greetings, they would be translated like this. 안녕히 계세요. Stay in peace. Because you're staying and I'm leaving. 안녕히 계세요. Go in peace. 안녕히 가세요. Go away. go. It's the literal meaning. One tip Hyung would like to give you. When people say 안녕하세요, 안녕히 계세요, or 안녕히 가세요, they don't always pronounce every single letter. So oftentimes you will just hear the seyo part. So you do some seyo for all these occasions. So you can deliver some of it, just say seyo, but just seyo. 세요. 안녕히 계세요. 안녕히 계세요. 안녕히 계세요. 안녕히 가세요. 안녕히 계세요. 안녕히 가세요. That's weird. You sound more fluent the less you say. That's weird. But I guess that's kind of well, that makes sense in English too. You can just like leave out words, or leave out sounds, contractions. Not really contractions in this case, but like, you know, you're more like the vernacular. You cut out words you don't need or sounds you don't need, and people still understand. So I guess that makes sense. In Korean, you can also do that. So you're staying, I'm going. 안녕히 계세요. 안녕히 계세요. 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 안녕히 계세요. I'm staying, you're going. 안녕히 계세요. Something like that. Okay. Well, that was Talk to Me in Korean. Level 1. Lesson 1, 2, and 3. All on my own. Trying to do myself. Trying to do my best. Anyway, I'm tired now. My voice. Okay. See ya till I guess tomorrow? Well, maybe later today or tomorrow, but I want to do this at least. I want to do this at least. I want to try to do this. I want to try to learn by myself. But obviously by myself is a little hard because I have no one to like talk with, bounce off except myself and the screen. Yeah. So till next time. Wait, hold on. I'm going. Am I going or are you going? Hold on. Well, I'm going. You're just. Oh yeah, I'm going. You're staying here watching the video. And then when the video ends, you're still there. So I'm going. So I